You cannot beat alcohol. It defeated me. It defeated many people I know. It's defeated a lot of strong people. It's defeated millions of people. Millions of people die every year because of it. What you can do is walk away from it. But be very wary of it. It's like an enemy that's close. Because as soon as you weaken, it's got you in its grip again. That's one thing my late father used to say to me. Once it gets a grip of you, then that's it. And it got a grip of me in my late 20s. And then life was a complete battle. A long, hard fought battle. And you know what? I thought I was big enough and strong enough to beat it. No chance. Not a chance. So I struggled for years with the anxiety. The anxiety kicked in the late 20s. I was a young police sergeant in the Met. Even travelling on public transport was a bind. Hard work. Working through hangovers. Hard work. And every day I'll not have as much today. I'll not have as much when I'm on my days off. I couldn't drink at work, but I used to drink on my days off far too much. It was my sort of reward as such for working hard. I thought I was working hard. I wasn't working hard any harder than anybody else. But I thought I deserved that drink. And I went to the doctors, and the doctor said, you need to cut down drastically. The blood pressure was high, that sort of thing. I told her about a third of what I was actually drinking. She said that's too high. Nobody tells the truth. And I walked away thinking, no, I'm not going to give it up. No chance. Because I enjoyed it. I thought I enjoyed it. And I thought it was normal to feel rough, to feel bad, and sometimes have a hair of the dog on my day off. Because I had so much the night before. I used to drink after night duty sometimes. Well, all the time I did. I would fill cans in the house, but sometimes we used to go down to markets and these early opening pubs. And it was great when you're young and fit. And the time comes when this anxiety kicks in. That was the thing that battled. It didn't battle me. I was battling with it all the time, really, to be honest with you, anxiety. The pressure of life, couldn't cope with anything. And then I decided, well, just try and stop. Cold turkey, I had seizures. Beat me again, didn't it? Got some diazepam. Came off for a little while. And then I thought, oh, well, I feel better now. I'm going to beat it. About a year or so into it. I'll be fine. Went back on it. First couple of weeks, not a major problem. After about a month, I was pretty much drinking again, full time. Taking annual leave, this sort of thing. It had my anxiety through the roof again, straight away. And kept control of it a little bit. My daughter was born and I worked hard. I still doing all right work. I kept that side of it, clean, as it were. But my days off I used to make up for it. Crazy amount. I was drinking a day off 20-25 pints sometimes. So early in the morning, 10 o'clock, a couple of cans at home and then go down to the pub in Epping. Then sometimes go to the West End. Have some more drinks my day off. Get back, find Epping Forest, go to a pub called the Forest Gate, a few more in there, go home, make a meal, and then I would drink most of the night. And I had 2 or 3 days off. Feel rough when I had to go back to work, get through the day, as you do. And there were a few of us drinking heavily. Not everybody did, but at that time, late 80s, early 90s, it was expected that most people drank. It was bizarre. Some guys I know who were not police, were in printing, they were in legal, or solicitors, or bankers and all this sort of thing. Shop workers, everything. We used to congregate in this pub called the Red Lion, Kingley Street. Some of you may know it, behind Hamleys. Some would go in at lunchtime. And then they'd come in at 5 o'clock, 5:30, when the pub weren't opening all day then. There was always a bar in London. They'd come to the Red Lion at 5:30, then they'd have a game of darts or something. They'd be there all day. Well, all early evening, and then they'd say, we're going to go home about 8 o'clock, and they were still there at 11 o'clock. I came back again, did the same thing. Every day, Monday to Friday. And then so weekend, we're going to have a few drinks. And we're going to, a bit of a binge weekend. I thought we got a binge all week. That's the way it was expected. To just drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. So a couple of times again, after we retired, I tried to get off it again with the help of some medication. Did about a 2-year spell then. And I felt great. One day I thought, I think I'll just nip into Newcastle. I didn't feel particularly, I didn't ever socialise in Newcastle. I bought it in Northumberland. I was finding Newcastle a bit rough. Anyway, I had a couple of bottles of beer in the flat and I thought, wow, this is fantastic. This has been off for 2 years. Have I got control of it again? No. A couple of pints that night. I thought, not anymore. 2 months later, I was drinking all day again. So I thought, I'd control it. I'll beat it. You cannot beat it. And then did that again a couple of years later. And then 2006, I decided that's enough. I've had enough of it now. I don't want any more relationships. I'm moving to a flat in Northumberland on my own. I do a little bit of running around for my daughter. I've got a new car. And I did 8 years off it. Mainly, had a lot of time really at the hotel gym I joined, getting healthy. I learned how to cook properly. I was fit. I was going on holiday on my own or with my daughter. No stress. And I met somebody and I thought, well, this looks like quite a good relationship. And she said, oh, you tick all the boxes, apart from me don't drink. And I thought, well, I don't drink because I made up with all these excuses like, I don't drink because I drive a lot, or I need to pick my daughter up, or I'm fit, and all this. Anyway, I decided one night to have one. I was trying to drink. And one led to another, and then ended up going to the south of France, and I got back on the booze again. It beat me again. Went back to the doctors, 2014, after 8 years off, wouldn't give me any medication. So I self-medicated. I thought, well, I'll beat it again, I'll self-medicate myself. Tried to taper off, and it went up again, and the amount I was drinking went up and down, up and down. It got worse and worse health-wise, and I still couldn't control it. Even when I was drinking, I couldn't control it by tapering off and all that thing. It had me completely and utterly in the gutter. That's what happens with alcohol. You cannot beat it. So, 2019, I was in hospital, seriously ill, with liver failure, ascites fluid, spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, tonic-clonic seizures, and a host of other problems. And I decided then, I was told back then by a doctor, the head of acute medicine, if you drink again, you'll be dead in 6 months. He said, you've got cirrhosis of the liver, it's very shrunken, portal veins more or less knackered in it. We'll be able to do an operation on that to get rid of the fluid. And that took 2.5 years to go over that. And I still think today, I wonder what it's like to have a drink, because now I'm in control of myself again, but I wouldn't do it now. So I know I'll be dead. So you can't beat the system, as they say. But what you can do is what I've done, and I manage every day by not having a drink on a particular day. And from then it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm sober confident now. But it will kill you. It's as simple as that. People have liver transplants and they drink again. That's how strong the addiction is. There's no way you can beat alcohol. No matter how clever you are. I do a lot of one-to-one mentoring and support. I'll put the link in the description. Some people say to me, I just want to have 1 or 2 on a Saturday. I want to have a glass of wine with a meal. I said, if you can socially drink after you've had alcohol use disorder, problem drinking, alcoholism, or what you want to call it, I'll buy you the drink the rest of your life. That's how confident I am that if you're a problem drinker, you will never ever be able to socially drink again. Because that's the power of it. It sits on your shoulder waiting to grab you. And every time you relapse, it gets worse because of the kindling effect. The shock to the brain's massive, the shock to the body's massive. And that's why people have transplants, they think they've got a good liver again, they drink again, they'll die very quickly. It's the same with relapse. The more times you relapse, the worse it's going to get. And when you relapse, you skip the hangover and go straight to withdrawal. That's how powerful this is. I hope this video has been a bit of a warning to you. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. Because it's going to kill you. If it doesn't kill you, it'll disable you first. By that I mean heart attack, strokes. It's not just liver disease, you know. Pancreatitis. I mentioned the heart, the blood pressure, the brain diseases, the osteoporosis, especially in women, all this sort of thing. It causes lung problems when the ascites fluid is pressed on your lungs. Cancers are linked to alcohol. It's a class 1 carcinogen, apparently. All these other health problems are all caused by alcohol. Accidents, suicides, the same sort of thing. Look after yourself. If you enjoy the videos or you benefit from them, like and subscribe and share them. And I'll do a live most nights at 9 o'clock. I'll do one tonight. And I'll speak to you soon.